Eins, zwei, drei, vier, fünf, sechs, sieben, acht, neun. Aus.
Hey guys, New Tactical here. I was basically just taking a picture for one of my Facebook groups that I follow of my collection. And I figured I'd run through and show you guys also. It's kind of a win-win. I get to make a video, you get to see my collection. It's not a big knife collection, but I'm hoping to do, once I get more flashlights and other EDC stuff, like fidget spinners, wallets, things of that nature, I'll lay out the total of kind of what I have. You guys can see I don't have much, and nothing really here is name brand. A couple of name brands, but nothing too high priced or outrageous. Let's start off with the things you can't see. Again, in a little bit at the bottom there, but it's my premium spark knife. It's an entertainer, like a bartender's kind of knife. It's got the corkscrew on there, bottle opener. It's also a lighter, butane. So if you're a bartender, highly recommend picking one of these up. Next I have knife and lighter. Needs fluid. I feel like these two cover most EDCs, right? You know, if you could get one of these to hold an edge, which I'm trying to do, working on my knife sharpening skills with them. They, you know, if you don't smoke, you know, these things will probably last you forever, because butane, you know, stays inside. Unlike Zippos, where it leaks out, and Bics are always good, but Bics don't have knives. They have accessories for knives, and when I pick a couple of those up, I'll show you guys those also. Just put those off to the side right now. Then you have a belt knife. I remember showing this around Christmas time. I cut myself really bad on this too. On this part, this hook. I was showing like this, and I was pulling and pulling and pulling, and then this side gave out, and it dug right in my hand. Anybody who was around Christmas time remembers that. And then these are in no particular order or value or anything. I just kind of laid them on the table so they fit. This one I got for free, if anyone remembers that. I remember doing a video on this. It's a 5-in-1 survival tool kind of thing. Bottle opener, your ultimate survival tool. Serrated, fine edge. And I like this because it's not like strictly like half and half like some of them. Or it's like you have a good fine edge on it before you get to the serrated part, so you can still use this as a fine edge, you know, for carving or whatever. It's a flashlight, which needs a battery change, seatbelt cutter, and a glass breaker. I get emails all the time from Survival Life about this knife. They always want to send me one for like $9.99, and I always want to reply, I got one for free, leave me the hell alone. Karambit, because everyone needs one. Why not? You know, it's got the reverse thumb hole there, so you can hold it like this, or like reverse like this. You know, for if any of you practice that, you know, 1, 2, I don't know. Knife Monkey did a video on it, but it's given to me by a good friend of mine. This is a novelty knife, little Harley Davidson. It's got the checkered on there. Ah, look at that, I picked it up. Woo! Motorcycles on there. I kind of like it. I like it's loose, gotta tighten up. But I like the style of blade it is. You know, clip point, I guess. But yeah, so it's like its own like stand. And it did have a flashlight on there, but it needs batteries. This is very, I guess, inexpensive or budget friendly America knife that was made in China. from Frost USA. A buddy of mine got like a bunch of blades from Bud K for his birthday because he was a member for so long. So he's like, "Hey dude, I'm not big on knives anymore, but do you want this one?" I said, "Hell yeah, I want that one." Figured the handle's pretty cheap, but you know the blade's pretty good. I can always make another handle, you know. Forgot it's a lockback. It's got a lanyard hole. Another one's from Bud K. This little, I saw this and it's supposed to be a neck knife, but I kind of transformed it into a boot knife. And you know, because I was working security at the time, I wanted a boot knife. I really couldn't find anything within my price range, and actually worked, like was thin enough. I really didn't know most of the, you know, like knife sites at the time, so I just went to, you know, Bud K, and this is what they had. So I'm like, yeah, for $3, if I really need it as a backup, it'll do what it's got to do. You know what I mean? I got the sheath around here, so I took everything out of the sheath so it would fit better onto the table. And now I can't find the sheath for it. Just give me 1 second here. But I just got it, found it. So here's the sheath. It had a whistle. Took the whistle off because it was uncomfortable in the boot. And then I stole this off of a utility pack that I had, like an electrician's pack. You know, you stick like your if any work construction, you know, one of those like, you hold your screwdriver and shit like that. Just took the clip off there, super glued it on, and put the Ranger band on, you know, to make sure it was firm and tight on there. If you really yank on it, it'll come off, but you stuff it in your boot, it ain't going nowhere. And then I put this lanyard on there because I realized I didn't want it as a boot knife anymore. Times change. My first multi-tool, little blade on there. This has got your standard stuff on there. Flathead screwdrivers, bottle opener. I guess this could be used as a reamer or a little secondary blade. Yeah, I don't even know where I got this thing, but these are all bent to hell. The blades are all dull. I use this thing for everything. I always thought this was pretty cool until I tried to use it. Like, it's alright as a ruler. The saw kind of blows, but the file worked alright for a while. It's got a tiny screwdriver on there also. Then you have your can opener and bottle opener, I guess, and screwdriver, 3D screwdriver, which I always liked. And trying to find a file for my new one, my new multi-tool. Well, this is my old multi-tool, but my new multi-tool, because I don't like the scissors being on there. I just don't like having scissors on my multi-tool. I can find scissors anywhere, you know, working in a hotel, but I would like to have like a file on there. I feel like a two-way file would serve me better. Back to the knives. This is a Master from Master Knives. Never even heard of them. 420 stainless. Probably China. I don't even know where I got this. I think somebody just gave it to me or I found it. But it doesn't have the fucking button on there anymore. It's real loose, it's wiggly. I'm not gonna get rid of it though. I mean, give it to my kid or something, yeah. We'll go to the multi-tool next. You can see it's got some work on it, serrated and, you know, fine blade, which I liked about it. Wood saw, the Gonzo 302B with locking tools. That's right, be jealous. And I already need to order replacements for this. I think I tried to clamp down on a wire too hard because it doesn't really strip wires all that well, since I did want a certain job with them. Off to the side. This tiger shark looking one is also from Frost, made in China. bought this off a buddy of mine like a week before he died. It's kind of why I keep it around. It's plastic. It's flimsy. Feels like it's... Look, did you hear that? Feels like it's gonna snap. But it's a memory of him, you know what I mean? It's like little head blade plate. Yeah, he told me he had like, you know, over 100,000 knives. And I went in and there's a bunch of these. I'm like, no wonder you got over 100,000. They all cost you $1. And we laughed. The carabiner knife, China. You know, good to, if you're like a roofer or something, good to like just clip it on the side of your jeans. When you need it, just pop it off real quick. Carabiner's not big enough to hold keys or anything, but I think that's the sole purpose of it. Just to clip to the side of your bag if you need it or something. Good space saving for like a backup in like a bug out bag or something. You know what I'm saying? You just hang it in there and it's not really taking up, you know, much room. Then we have what came the other day. This has been something I've been chasing for a while, and haven't pulled the trigger on it because I thought my girlfriend would literally kill me with it. But no, she said no. He found it on sale. You know, your birthday's coming up. Bam! Benchmade SOCP. That's right. Where's the sheet there for this one? Just had it right here. There you go. A little smaller than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more of a... But that's still pretty freaking wicked, ain't it? God, I love this thing. As soon as I got it, man, I was like just laying around, you know, watching TV or whatever. I had it clipped inside my pocket. And I was just going... I must have done it like 40 times. It just feels so good. I like that sound it makes coming out. It's like a sword. Like Excalibur. But slightly smaller. Like a small Excalibur. To me, anyway. You can call it what you want. But next we have a Gerber that I didn't know I had for years. And I realized making this that most of my blades are the half and half, like the serrated and fine edge, and I really don't like that. I don't. I believe this is G10. I think I got this from a tack pack or something, but it's nice. It'll do the job. I've always been told that, you know, fine edges are for slicing and cutting things that have, you know, natural materials. And that the serrated edge is more for man-made stuff, like seatbelts and stuff of that nature, rope, you know, things of that nature. I mean, yeah, one can do the other, and you know they both can do vice versa. I'm sorry for the kids running in the background, but I'll try to put music or something. There's a Tonto blade I got from Alpha Outpost when I had that subscription box. Then it started getting goofy. I don't know. I thought it, like, I don't know, it was cool at first, and then it just got weird for me. Then I got Magnum, which is, I guess, the lower version of Boker, which I didn't know until I just read it on the side here. There's another gift from a great friend of mine, because it has the iron crosses and shit. I mean, and stuff. I always liked this one. It was always really cool. I carried this for a while. I carried this for a long while. And then I realized that it's kind of heavy in my pocket. So then I started carrying something lighter, and I don't know, I might go back to this. I mean, I think, you know what it is? I think I dulled it. And missed. Swing and a miss. And I think I didn't have a way to sharpen it at the time, as I was younger then. So I stopped carrying it because it wasn't sharp, you know. Didn't think of, you know, YouTubing how to sharpen a knife with no knife friggin' sharpener. Another Gerber. This is the one I didn't know I had. Yeah, the Easy Out. It's got the lock back here. This one's pretty freaking awesome looking, long. See, again, serrated, fine point. And we got the Gonzo with the access lock, Firebird, G745, I believe. I still haven't looked it up. I just got this one in the mail about a week ago or so. Kershaw Emerson CQC. I'm not even gonna try. I don't even know. I want to say 6 or 7. Listen to that pop. It also has a wave feature on it, which you guys are all familiar with. We have the SOG Instinct Mini, which has been featured a couple times on my channel with the paracord wrap. And this usually sits in the back here. I have to retie it. The last time I tied it, it didn't turn out so well. And then this came in today. This is from Grim Survival. The dog tag, as you can see, a dog tag knife. Now I've seen other ones out there, but they're like 60, 70, 80, like they're friggin' high priced. But this one was like 18, like between 13 and 18 bucks. Don't quote me, but yeah. I don't think it locks into place, but I think it should though. I don't know. I'll message them. I'll find out if it's supposed to lock into place or am I just retarded. But yeah, dog tag blade. And so ironic, of all the knives I showed you guys here today, this big pile of mess, I was running around, I was late for work, and usually I get all my stuff ready the night before. You know, put my knife, my multi-tool, flashlight, all this nonsense. I put it in my bag, so when I travel on the bus, I'm not bulgy and sticking out. And of course, I'll have a knife on me, because I don't go anywhere without a knife on me. But I always carry back up in my bag with my multi-tool, and then this one here. So, you know, worst comes to worst, if I forgot this and I was sharpening this, I would have at least these. Well, today I forgot all of them. I forgot all of them. All the knives that I showed you here today, I forgot every single one of them. And I started a new job today in the hotel still. I still work at the hotel, but as an engineer. Well, engineer's assistant kind of thing. And we got to this point in my training where we had to add water softener, and it's these big, like, you know, 20-pound bags or 50-pound bags, I'm not sure. I had to pick it up, put it on the ledge, and cut it open. And my boss is like, "Oh, I got a razor blade around here somewhere," and I'm like, "I gotta," and I didn't. I had no knives. I was in such a rush this morning. I forgot my entire EDC. All I had was like my cell phone and wallet. That's kind of why I like this, because this is small, it's compact, it's basically like a necklace, like a chain. I can just, you know, I can just put this on, boom, like my dog tags. You know what I mean? You just put them on every day. It's really bugging me. But anyway, guys, I think I've wasted enough of your time. Don't forget, give me a like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this video. What do you think about my knife collection? Should I never do this again? Or should I do more of these? That's always a positive thing, right? Alright, guys. I'll see you later. And this is New Tackle saying, it ain't got to be fancy, it's just got to work.